love The Matrix. Lily Wachowski, formerly of the Wachowski brothers, now the Wachowski, I guess, sisters, you might say. This is from
69
them.us.
Oh, what?
Oh boy.
Let me
Calm
get
down, men. Calm down.
No, thanks. Let me zoom in on this.
And I do have
Lily
the
Wachowski. Let me read the headline. Lily Wachowski to adapt dystopian horror about trans people hunting feral men for survival. This is by the Matrix director will reportedly adapt Manhunt, the popular 2022 novel by author Gretchen Felker Martin. I'm being very specific about pronunciation. And this article is written by James Factora. I'm going to zoom in on James. There's James. But I think you have the notes for this story.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Badger.
Lily Wachowski, formerly Larry, is set to adapt Manhunt by Gretchen Felker Martin's provocative 2022 horror novel into a television series that promises to be as bold and transgressive as the source material. Set in a post-apocalyptic world where testosterone transforms men into feral zombies, Manhunt follows two trans women, Beth and Fran, as they fight for survival against both infected men and violent trans exclusionary radical feminists or TERFs. The story explores identity, gender, and resilience through a raw, often gruesome lens, making it a standout in the horror genre. Felker Martin expressed her excitement on social media, emphasizing the show's unapologetically queer spirit and her pride in co-writing it with Wachowski. This adaptation is part of a broader slate of explicitly queer and trans projects Wachowski is currently developing. In a recent interview, she confirmed her commitment to telling stories that reflect trans realities and resist current political backlash. Beyond Manhunt, she's working on an adaptation of Jordy Rosenberg's Confessions of the Fox and has completed a politically charged thriller script with her partner, imagining a trans-led underground resistance movement. These projects mark a continuation of Wachowski's legacy as a pioneering trans filmmaker, now leaning further into stories that challenge norms and center queer voices in visceral, genre-bending ways. Please end me.
So what do we think about this news? The Wachowski.
This is satire, right?
No, it's not.
No, it's a real thing happening.
They have no... Okay, being a victim is their currency. They're not actually victims, so they have to build dragons to slay. And this is a fucking imaginary where all the straight men are going to be... This is a dragon for them to slay, and look how stunning and brave our world is.
Yeah. Have we learned nothing from Bros? Like, what studio is going to finance this?
Well, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with this getting made if it's made for the budget level that matches the audience.
Yeah,
television
network.
Let me hit on that for quick, Alan. Just you can make any movie about anything. Consider the audience. This is not mainstream, and it's even a fraction of the audience that even likes indie movies, because queer indie movies is a very small market. And recently, we're coming up upon Pride Month. Fewer and fewer corporations are jumping onto sponsorships of queer-related things for Pride Month. It's just a business reality. No judgment. It's a reality. Make this movie. Make it freaking badass. But my feeling is, especially the image of the this graphic from, I guess, the book cover, what that implies, Manhunt, and it's got sort of two pieces of fruit in a sack. Read into that what you will. The market for this movie is going to be small, very small. Make movies for that market. That's the problem you brought up. Dante Bros was a $50 million very gay homosexual romance, right? Nothing wrong with that. You don't make it for 50. You make it for 5 at best.
Yeah, this is a TV show. So who's going to watch this? Do you
I mean,
think?
I was just saying that the
networks
networks,
trauma. Anyways,
the networks and the studios used to be really good about predicting audience, and then you would base your budget based on what you thought that show or that movie could make, and they've just lost the ability to do that. The idea is that if we make it for a specific DEI or woke audience, that people will come out in droves and see it. You look at Disney, you look at Lightyear, you look at Strange World, both having very gay themes in them. And I think they were anticipating that the gay community would come out and support it, and they didn't. And that was the fallacy, and that's the falsehood. And not only did the gay community not support it, neither did the straight community come out and support it.
Yeah. By the way, Alan, if you recall, we have we have gay writers at Film Thread, and we asked one of our gay writers, would you review Bros? And what did that person say?
Hell no.
They almost see that when mainstream Hollywood makes something about gay people, it's not authentic.
Stereotypes.
It's stereotypes. Exactly. So I'm all for this if it's very low budget and it'll make money. But Wachowskis aren't used to low budget filmmaking. They're used to spectacle.
This also isn't Wachowskis, it's Wachowski. And the last time this Wachowski did anything, it was Matrix Resurrection.
Well, yes, and that was a disaster. Although I liked Cloud Atlas, it was a group effort. So I don't know.
I don't think, look, there was a time when the Wachowskis' name meant something, and it was probably when they had balls. But no, really. But
not probably, yes.
What have they done in the past 15 years that would warrant anybody giving them a network show to do, or a cable show to do, or a streaming service?
What have they done since the first Matrix?
I would say V for Vendetta, and people liked Speed Racer a little bit, but then what else?
Again, that was more than 15 years ago, though.
Yeah, no, 100%. So what's recent?
I don't know. I think this is all just hype before Pride Month, and I don't think this is serious, to be honest with you.
I agree with Chris in the sense that, make it for the audience, and it's super niche and all that. But they said that's a television show. Where are they going to put that?
Yeah, well,
series.
I say make it for the market. Make it for the market. This is the problem that has been with modernity in Hollywood blockbusters. It's not mainstream. And there are so many people behind the scenes pushing this at all levels, pushing agenda, whether it be certain types of characters, certain feminizing men. People are pushing this. It doesn't fly. It doesn't fly mainstream. Make it, there's a market, make scale to the market, which I believe to be very small.
What's funny is gay movies don't even appeal to gay people.
At this point, they do not. Yeah. They do not.
So they don't even have the market they think they have.
The audience is already small for a gay audience, right? But if you put gender outside of that, it's even smaller, right? Because the gay community is pretty decent size, but it's still small in comparison to everybody else. But when you add in the gender stuff, that goes even further down the niche rabbit hole. So I don't see it. I don't see this movie getting funding. I mean, maybe because of the Wachowski name. I can't see it getting more than $10 million.
Well, by the way, Brokeback Mountain will be re-released in the fall.
I remember watching that and getting made fun of for watching that when it originally came out. I was like, it was actually a good movie, but you've completely regressed. You can't do a movie like that now.
No,
because it
was kind of gay too. So
it's kind of gay, but Birdcage, I love Birdcage.
Oh, yeah.
I'll watch that all day long. The Gene Hackman and Robin Williams and all that. You can't do that now. Not because you couldn't do it, but because people would just go, propaganda.